Hey guys, it's me, Mr.Calypso, and today I'm here in Stormworks to show you something that I've created that I think is a weapon to surpass Metal Gear, as you have probably seen in the title. It's right inside this hangar. Behold, the duck. As you can see, this is basically a giant rubber duck that is a osprey-like plane aircraft. It's a vertical takeoff landing vehicle. However, this vehicle can land and take off from water. Now, let's go ahead and start her up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Turn up the throttle, hit the ignition. It's got a video display right here in the front. Turn up the helicopter throttle and turn on auto hover. I'm going to open up the canopy. As you can see, the bill of the duck is actually a canopy, and you can open that up. That's where the camera is, obviously. And we're going to take off, fly out of this hangar here. I wouldn't recommend trying to fly this thing without auto hover on. I mean, it's doable, obviously, but it's just probably a lot easier to just fly it using auto hover, because flying a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft is probably hard enough as it is. Anyway, let's get a little bit of altitude here. Something about the duck, by the way, also the bill. You can see there's two flare launchers. Those are high visibility flares, and I just have them in there because I like to do that. It's really fun to just shoot them out of the duck's bill. We're gonna flip this thing into plane mode. I'll fly over this direction. As you can see, it's got those little floaties on the side. That's because whenever you're in the water, this thing can traverse. It's got propellers on it, specifically designed for travel in the water. However, it isn't necessary. You don't necessarily have to drive around in boat form. Like I said, you can just land in the water. What we're going to do here is we're going to spawn ourselves a mission. We'll go with rig emergency, because there's something special about this thing that I want to show you. No, don't abort the mission. And we'll go ahead and fly to that. That's quite far away, but it doesn't matter. This thing has quite a few bells and whistles. It's got, obviously, the display. It's got the altimeter. It's got the speedometer. Speedometer isn't working right now for some reason. I must not have it hooked up or something. It's got the battery thing. It's got the fuel gauge. It's got the temperature for the motor. This thing's actually only powered by one medium engine, by the way. It's set to 28 rotations per second, which is pretty cool. It's got the heater, clock. Like I said, auto hover. There's the throttle for the boat throttle. You might be wondering what these pump things are for. That's because this thing actually has a whole water cannon on it, right there, right next to the cockpit. And pumping in opens up that little hatch. And once you do, you can land in some water and just suck water up into the vessel. I wouldn't recommend doing that in anything other than like helicopter mode, because this thing can hold like 10,000 liters of water, and if you do so, you may not be able to take off from the water again, like at all. This thing can't take off from the water in plane mode either, just because the propellers are too big for it to rotate in water. So now I reckon we have enough fuel to get there. It's quite far away, about 20 or so kilometers. So I'm going to go ahead and fly there, you guys, and I will be right back. You guys, we almost ran out of fuel. This thing has kind of a short range when in plane mode, so I'm making a little pit stop here to the cargo ship dock, or whatever it's called. Just gonna turn the thing around here, turn up the freaking throttle a little bit more for the boat. As you can see, it floats pretty well. The wings kind of, I don't know, they don't really stabilize it. They make it a little bit unstable, I guess, but still. Alright, so we're just gonna turn that down and turn off the throttle, and I'm going to go ahead and prepare it for plane mode because we'll have to vertically take off from here. But I'll be right back once we, well, back, I'll show you first. I'll show you how you get out of here. You just gotta get into one of those seats. It gets a little bit more complicated whenever you're rescuing people because they have to sit in those seats, but still. Yeah, once I get it refueled, I will come back once again once we're almost at the oil rig. Alright, you guys, as you can see, we're pretty much here at the oil rig. So I'm going to get a little closer here, and the rig is on fire. That's pretty much the mission. We're going to reactivate helicopter mode here. As you can see, it slows down quite a bit. What we're going to do, since the rig is on fire, we're going to descend here. We're going down. I'm going to open up the pump in button. As you can see, that opens up the hole on the bottom there to let water in. We're going to go down. We're going to fill up that reservoir just a little bit. I don't want to go too far down. We just want to dip into the water a little bit. Just enough. Right about there. That's plenty of water right there. We're going to pull back out of the water, and we're going to go back into the camera mode, and we're going to fly over a little bit towards the oil rig. Try not to smack into it there. We're going to activate our water cannon. Oh crap, the crane. Forgot about that being there. Now, it's a little hard to tell what we're doing through the cameras, but switch on to third person mode here. As you can see, we're extinguishing that fire pretty well, actually. Take a little left here. Pull it down a little. Put out that fire there. That big tank. We'll lift a little bit more. Put out that fire there on that tank. That's those two. I just need to go over here to that one there. Now there's 4 people we have to medevac here, so unfortunately 2 of them will just kind of have to stay here. We can't really rescue all of them at once. As I stated before, this is more of a fire control vehicle. It's just not got enough space inside of the craft to rescue everybody. But that's not all the fires. Where's the last fire? It's like 4 of 6. Where's the other ones? I think they're below deck. Or they're, yeah, there they are. There's one of them anyway. Let's switch views here real quick so we can see. Turn off the flashlight. So used to using V to change views in games, not turn a light. That would be like L or something. It's a little difficult to use in VTOL mode. It's not too bad. When that fires up, I'm just going to shoot a flare because I can. So I really like doing that. I don't know why. Put out that fire there, and there we go. I'm gonna turn that pump off, and I'm just gonna open up the tank and vent the rest of the water. As you can tell, it sucks it out real fast. Like, while in helicopter mode, this thing doesn't really use a lot of fuel. But when it's in plane mode, it uses a lot of fuel. So beware of that. It burns through fuel really fast. Like as you guys saw, I had to stop and refuel once on this 30-kilometer journey here. So, being a VTOL craft, we'll just go ahead and land on this landing pad here. It's got wheels on it instead of just landing flat on the ground. I don't know why. Well, originally I was going to have this vehicle be literally all-terrain so that you could fly like a helicopter. You could land on the ground and drive around, and you could use it as a boat. Probably should fold these up. There we go. That way whenever we put the rig workers on here, they don't get chopped to pieces by the helicopter blades. Done that more times than I would like. Go ahead and run around here. No, never do remember how to get up there. Usually just jump. There's nothing to jump on. Ah, there it is. This is the thing. I think this is the way up. If it's not the way up, we could probably get there from here. Just run around here. Yep, right there it is. There's the way. They look like they're like nervous to meet me or something. I'm just gonna throw you down there. I hope that didn't kill you. If it did, don't apologize. I don't know what's wrong with them. They don't look like they're injured, and they can follow me just fine. So, something. That's something I didn't account for, isn't it? It's a little wide. And that person's just going to push the thing around. Okay. Alright. We'll just leave you over there, lady. I think it's a lady. I don't know. It's hard to tell the character models in this game. Go over there. Yeah, it's a lady. Grab her. I think it is anyway. Duck back around here. Duck. That's funny. Pun not intended. No, pick her back up. Close the hatch. No. Screw it. I'll just close the hatch and then pick her up. Alright, now we're gonna do the thing. Pick her back up. This is the thing. You gotta put her like in the driver's seat and change places with her and then pick her back up and then open the hatch and then jump back out and then unfold the propellers because you forgot to a minute ago, and then you need those to fly. Let's go back inside here. Put her back in the seat, get back in your seat, turn up the throttle, and reignite the baby. And we're going to take these two to the hospital. Leave the other two to die because there's not enough room. The duck decides who lives and who dies. And the duck has declared the two people that were on top deck get to live, and the people on bottom deck die because I don't want to go down there. Fly this. It should be able to fly this little short distance. As you can see, it burns through fuel pretty fast in plane mode. I don't know why. I guess it's just because there's less resistance on the wings whenever it's like this or something. I don't know. If somebody knows why that is, then can explain it in the comments below, please do, because I'd actually really like to know. That way maybe I could fix it. Maybe it needs throttled down in plane mode. I don't know. But it's not very aerodynamic, as you can probably see and imagine. It's literally just a duck. It is a duck flying through the air. Now, it would be really cool if I could, like, whenever it turns into flying duck mode instead of helicopter duck mode, make the neck extend out how ducks actually do when they fly. That would be cool. But I don't think I can do that. At least can't do that currently because I am not that good at the game just yet. As you can see, we're almost there. It didn't take very long to fly 10 kilometers. However, we went from like 1,200 fuel down to 8. So it burned about 400 liters of fuel in about 7 kilometers. So plane mode bad for fuel consumption. Very bad indeed. Another thing that this thing can sometimes do, I haven't experienced it much, but I have experienced it with other VTOL aircraft, is the phantom forces that happen whenever your helicopter blades have too much torque applied to them can occasionally happen, and will flip you over and totally murder you and everybody inside of your VTOL helicopter aircraft up. Anyway, let's just go ahead and land this, see if I can... No, didn't happen there. Ooh, there we go. Okay. As you can tell, sometimes it wants to go down and it really tries hard to do so. Let's go ahead and land here on the landing pad. Luckily, this landing pad doesn't have a small surface area to land on. It's got a whole island underneath it. Just touch down there, and I think this is where I'm going to end the video, you guys. I'm going to put this thing, I'm going to put a workshop link in the description for it. That way, you know, if you want to download it, you can go on there, be all like, hey, yo, here's that duck I saw on the YouTubes. I wish it had laser beams or something, but it doesn't, and that makes me sad. But, yeah, anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. If there's anything else you'd like to see made in this game, I can try to leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. I can try to make it. I don't know. I've made a frog too, and if they ever add guns to this game, I'm planning on making an alligator tank. I guess I could do the alligator tank now since they added flares, but it's just not as cool as like a cannon or something. Maybe a flamethrower. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please like the video, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, you can dislike the video, leave me a comment, why. That'd be nice. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.